My first question is for Sean. When did you realize that Mickey was the perfect choice for Anora? Do you remember the very first time?
Yes, I do. I was actually in the theater watching Scream when I made the decision. I had already been intrigued by Mikey from her performance in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Okay.
And as the casting director for my films, I always, make sure that I'm kind of being aware of fresh talent and new faces that intrigue me and people that I would possibly want to work with down the line. So when Scream came about, it was a combination of those two performances. I knew it right there in the theater, and we called her agent the minute we stepped out of the auditorium.
And Mikey, what did you think the first time that you read the script of Anora?
Oh yeah, well, I had been anticipating the script and I was on the edge of my seat for months waiting to read it. I was hearing lots about it. We were talking about certain scenes, but then finally reading it was very exciting and I already had like pretty high expectations for the script and it just was so much better than I ever could have thought. It was the character, she was so complicated and interesting, and I was falling in love with the other characters, and my mind was racing with ideas and things I wanted to do, and so it was really exciting to finally read it. I felt like I read it so quickly I needed to go back and read it again immediately for a second time.
Wow. And Sean and Mikey, did you expect all of this? I mean, Cannes, the winning Cannes, and what is happening now with the release of the movie? Did you expect all of this kind of
I honestly
buzz?
I had no expectations, not for any particular reason. I'd never even been to a film festival before. And so to go to Cannes was like a career long dream of mine. And I've said that a lot, but really I was just happy to be there with the film. And I loved the film anyways and was already so happy. And so the fact that people have been enjoying the story and the characters, it's a wonderful feeling.
Yeah, same for me. I basically considered it a win just to be playing in competition at Cannes, and really never thought that or never expected that we could win the Palme d'Or, just simply because it's rare that a comedy wins.
Yeah.
And so when that happened, that was a dream come true. And then since then, it's just been really wonderful to receive this real universal love for the film. And it's been beautiful.
That's great. Yeah. Now, Sean, looking back at the very beginning, I mean, this year marks 20 years of the release of Takeout. It's
Yes.
20 years.
Yes.
So, did you expect all of this when you started the journey?
Oh gosh, no. Well, I mean, my dream was the Palme d'Or, right? And so I was sort of
Really?
yes, most definitely. For 30 years, I've been thinking about it, quite honestly, ever since graduating NYU, and I was just setting on a course in which someday I might make a film that might be considered good enough for it. That was all I was thinking. So I kind of stayed in my wheelhouse. I think fate has kept me from being seduced by Hollywood, so I just kept making these independent films one after another, and what the Palme d'Or has done, which is incredible, is allowed me to continue making these sort of movies the way I want to make them. So,
Absolutely. So, Mikey, what is so unique about Sean on set? There's a lot of talk, no? Sean Baker's there, wow, Sean here, but why? Why is so special?
Um, no, he has a very unique, singular vision, and he follows it completely. He has a very special sense of humor that is also very specific to his vision. And I just think that the way that he works is very free, and he's very trusting of his actors and welcomes everybody into that creative space in like a very equal way. At least that's how I felt. But I also think just like personally, him and I were on a very similar wavelength in terms of creativity and the kind of story we wanted to tell. And I don't know if I've ever felt that as greatly as I did making his film. But yeah, I mean, he's a special person. I feel weird saying all this with you sitting here.
Yeah.
But no, he's a very singular director. I think a lot of people have in some ways tried to emulate his style, but nobody really can do it but him.
There's only one Sean Baker.
There is, yeah.
But my last question is, who's your main reference, your personal Jesus? I mean, your God in terms of arts and movies and
For me?
both.
Oh, both. Oh, gosh, that's a big. You know, I don't know if there's just one. You know, I have there's so many filmmakers that I look to for inspiration, and they've influenced my career over the years. I mean, so many. You know, and I think you can see them in Anora. I wear my influences on my sleeve. What about you?
John Cassavetes. Right?
Cassavetes, Altman, William Friedkin, Jess Franco. I even thank him in the end credits.
Oh.
Omodovar, Lena Waltmuller. The list goes on and on. Yeah.
Mikey?
Yeah, it's so hard because there's so many actresses that I look up to, and I feel like it's evolved a lot as well over the course of my career. Like certain actors that I'll idolize for a period of time. So I don't know. I really admire actors like Cate Blanchett and Tilda Swinton and Isabelle Huppert, who are able to work with all different kinds of directors all over the world. To me, that's very inspiring, constantly inspiring, because it's a dream of mine to also work without borders in a sense.
Thank you very much, and congratulations for the
Thank
movie.
you.
Oh, thank you very much.
Ciao.
Thank you.
Bye.
Enjoy
Thank
your
you.
movie.